What's going on, everyone? Let's get it out of the way. I'm Bald Lamau. I just got a haircut because I was feeling different, but more importantly, I'm turning 23. The time this video's up, I will be 23, but this is me going to go through, and I'm just going to recap kind of through my year and just talk about it. I think a lot of stuff happened on this channel within a year. I posted I think it's 237 videos in a single year, which means that there's almost like a video per, maybe like 3 videos per week, which is kind of what my pace is right now. But I'd like to say thank you all for sticking around, subscribing, commenting, and liking, because it really helps me out. I want to have a YouTube channel and just talk about my life and go through it. That way people can maybe either relate or get lessons learned from it, because I do make mistakes. And also have fun. That's my number one priority, is have fun. And so I would like to just kind of go through on my phone here. I have a list of stuff that I would like to go through, just videos that I had, and just want to talk about what I did this year. So first thing out of the gate, no relationship this year. SMH. I did not pull any chicks, but that's okay. I'm constantly busy, and I have no clue if I'm actually ready for one or not, but I should go out and still talk to girls, So, I'm still single, guys, as a Pringle. That loneliness epidemic is getting to me. Anyway, let's start off with the first video I made for my year 22 playlist, and that is ASMR, funnily enough. And the ASMR video, which I named ASMR, I Kidnapped You to Play Scrabble. I remember making this video. I remember setting up the format and the way that the words were going to be played on the board. I thought it was very funny. I also didn't have a mic at this time, actually. I believe I was using what was it? I was using my headset, my A10, my Astro A10 headset that I use for gaming. And so, until I think Christmas, I didn't get this mic. So we made an upgrade this year. And I do actually plan on getting another upgrade sometime soon, and that is a new camera, because currently it's just my laptop recording, and I don't mind anything about it, but I would like to have higher quality video footage. And excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. Well, not sick, but I'm getting over being sick, so I have like a cough. Some other stuff I did is I played God of War 2, and I remember playing that game. It was actually really cool. It was the first time I ever played a God of War video game, and it was very difficult at the end. I remember when going against Zeus, I kept failing the quick time events over and over for an hour straight, and I was raging at it. It was so bad. I'm not good at quick time events whatsoever. And overall, God of War 2 was a really solid game. I really did enjoy the parts where I got to just thrash around and beat up a bunch of monsters. So I did heavily enjoy that. Looking more, we did have some videos of me playing music. And speaking of music, we also released a lot of music. I believe we had almost all of our music made in this year alone, which I think is crazy. I think I've made 30, 40 songs, and granted, some are better than others. Let's be real. I'm thinking about Birth. That one is... Please don't look that one up. I swear to God, if you do, you're gonna be... Okay, if you like ASMR though, you might like it. I'm not too sure. Anyhow, I did make a lot of music in GarageBand, and I'm going to continue doing it. I want to keep getting better and better at it, and I have this idea for another song now, and I am going to start making that song soon. I just have to have the time. watched Hajime no Ippo. So far, I've finished only the first season, but I feel like the first season is like, you could argue is the main stuff so far. And Hajime no Ippo was a really good anime in my opinion, and I highly recommend watching it. It's about a kid who wants to become a boxer because he gets bullied a lot, but then eventually he turns his boxing abilities into a career by becoming a professional boxer. And it's really good, and it teaches you a lot about boxing and all the risks and all the rewards that come with it. And personally for me, I get really fired up watching sports when it's like boxing, like individual people going against other people. Looking through my list of videos here, it looks like I got a lot of anime, some JoJo manga. Part 7 came out this year, so I'm so glad for Steel Ball Run. Volume 4 comes out in like 3 weeks, which I'm excited about. I did a couple voice impression videos, which were not too bad. I really enjoy doing voice impressions and just being a goofball. And then, yes, this is where all the music stuff starts. Oh, that's right. I made a series, a 13-episode series of this, like, story I called Liminality. I totally forgot about that. So I made Liminality in one night, and I stayed up for, I think it took me actually the entire day to make it, but I stayed up until like 4 in the morning, finishing and editing it up. And it's 13 videos. There's no fall, there's like nothing in it, but it's just me in my basement creating the storyline of this guy waking up in a liminal space and escaping it with the help of 2 gloves that go through space and time. So, I highly recommend watching it. It's a super short series. The longest video I'm seeing here is like 3 minutes long, so it's not too bad. Really quick watch. Speaking of creation, I have started making my book. It's around 70 pages long. I haven't gotten to it in a long time, but I totally should during winter break. And the book itself is basically done being written. I just need to go through and edit it a lot. It's like 70 pages. It's not a novel, like a giant book by any means, but it's also not a short story. It's like a medium-sized story. Another thing that I did this summer was I actually lifted with one of my friends. We got really, really buff. However, for me, that has stopped just because I've been busy and I've just started running instead. I prefer to run over lifting. And personally, I don't know what it was, but lifting I did find fun, but I did find there was a lot of... It's not like being uncomfortable is a bad thing, but it felt like the pain that I was feeling wasn't right, if that makes sense. Like, it felt like the pain I was feeling was harmful to me, instead of, being like a stretch or something of my muscles. And so I have not really lifted since the day I threw up, actually. I threw up lifting once because I was doing squats. I packed on a lot of weight, and then I was so lightheaded because the more I keep thinking about it, my parents keep telling me to eat and eat and eat and eat. But at the same time, I find myself like not feeling hungry or not eating. And I don't know if it's because I'm way too engrossed by work or if I'm not packing enough, which I feel like I am to last me the entire day. I think one of my main struggles with how I eat is I snack throughout the day. So instead of eating meals and then waiting until I get fully hungry again, I keep just snacking slowly and slowly. Now the snacks are maybe like an hour or two apart, but still, it doesn't let my stomach just like fully be empty for a while. And it makes me more hungry, I guess, in my head. Alright, let's keep scrolling here. I made some posts about just some liminal stuff. I say liminal, but it was just videos of me being out in France, which are just short little clips that really I haven't made an album in a long time. I might make one, but I would need for it to be consistent, because that's one of the things where my albums weren't consistent. So I was like, why don't I just release them all as singles? So I might consider doing an album, especially with what I have in my head right now. I feel like there's a lot of ways I can do it. It's a little bit Pink Floyd inspired. If you listen to Adam Hart Mother, that song in particular, like the bass line, is heavily inspiring me to make a song of my own. I did a lot of drawing. I did a lot of art, a lot of sketching. I tried to read. I did some attempts at doing other content, like reading books. Maybe I do it in an ASMR format just to get people to actually fall asleep. But I also have released Apex Legends content, and I streamed a lot as well. I know I released a couple of videos, and I just recently actually, I don't even need actually in my sentence there. I recently posted a video on Catalyst buff ideas, because currently, for those of you who don't know, the character I play as in a video game is not doing too hot. They are the literal bottom of the barrel right now, and I'm praying that they change them to make them good. So I made a couple of videos for Apex, just some live streams or some individual videos. I made, let's see, some more music, just a lot more music. And Steel Ball Run came out. I started making a shirt this year. I haven't finished making the shirt. It's two polos. They're the same design, but they use different like colors and materials and stuff. And I haven't gotten back to doing that. I think this winter break I'll get back and finish those shirts up so I can wear them for the spring. And then even do a ASMR video with the clothes that I've made. So that would be pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, something really cool that happened this year is I made an ASMR video about my Xbox controller, and I was inspired by a fellow ASMRist. I guess it's weird saying fellow ASMRist because I don't consider myself an ASMRist yet, because I'm not fully doing it, because I'm still gaming and being loud. But the ASMRist that I was inspired by commented on my YouTube video, and we had a little conversation, and I was super ecstatic. Like I was being a fangirl. I was fangirling over this person, because at the time I was indulging in their content as well as another person, and I just like, oh, she was so cute. Anyway, I digress. I need to move on. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, we had a little bit of a Minecraft series going on. It was 7 episodes where my buddy and we stuck around near spawn and only spawn, and we just tried to live off of whatever we had. Funnily enough, we were spawned at the very top of an Ice Spikes mountain and an Ice Spikes and Ice Lake biome. So all that covered us was snow and a giant drop. But I think the house and stuff that we made on top of that mountain is really cool, and I'm glad that, we got some progress on it. We went into a trial chamber, and I think that's like one of the last things we did before we kind of stopped playing. Scrolling through, I had some other videos here that I made. I made a video on Killer Moth, who is a Batman villain, and I really wanted to give my opinion on how Killer Moth should be rewritten to be a lot more menacing of a Batman villain, because Killer Moth is kind of a butt end of the joke villain, so I wanted to make him a little bit more serious. Next, we got Arkham Asylum. I built that on a live stream. Took me a long time, got through it though, in I think favorite Lego builds ever. I'm so glad it came out. And then finally, let's see what we got here. I started my Catalyst tournament, which, for those of you who are involved in the Catalyst Legendary Skin Tournament on the Catalyst Mains subreddit, today is also the last day, so they should be figuring out who the number one, or what the number one Catalyst Legendary Skin is, by popular vote later tonight, because this video goes up at noon, and I don't make the posts until around 9:30, so we'll get to see tonight who wins that tournament. So now I want to get into what's gonna go into next year. Like I mentioned, I plan on making or getting a new camera. I'm not too sure how the cameras work. I think I have an SD card port in here. Yeah. So I could probably use an SD card, get a better camera, and just hook it up somewhere. That way you're not seeing this grainy visage. I'm not too sure. This blurry image of me. And you can see me in all of my glory. But the other thing is that I am just really excited for this next year. I'm curious what it'll bring, because I'm curious if we can, I guess my goal, right? I have a goal now, is to maybe hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of year 23. I think it's possible, as long as I keep pumping out like consistent content like ASMR. I think that I will be able to reach 1,000 subscribers. And I do hope that you guys enjoyed listening. This is gonna end the video, I guess. And here's to another year of life. I'm surprised I made it this far. I am drowning in my master's degree work and everything, and it's not fun. It'll be interesting, because by the end of that year, by the end of year 23, I will have basically a couple months until the end of college, and then I'm like done. And so once I start and get an actual job somewhere, I'll be like, it'll be weird, because I'll be in a sedentary place. Like, I'm not leaving there for years unless if I need to, or I quit. And you know, it makes me a little bit excited, because I can set up and be as loud, you know, assuming I'm able to get a house with the job that I get. Like, hopefully, I pray I get some sort of house, but either that or some sort of sectioned off area where I don't have to hear other people. But I would hope that if that can happen, then I could start, you know, being a little bit more loud in other videos and doing a lot more goofy stuff, and set up my room how I want to, because I'm not going to be moving anywhere. Like, I don't have to worry about, oh, I have to move all of this in a year or whatever. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here's to